Good evening, everybody. I, Manan Sharma, Sergeant at Arms of the Weave to Lead Club, welcome you all to the 62nd meeting of our club. Now that we have crossed 60, I feel we are becoming wiser and wiser with each meeting and getting in with more experience and enthusiasm as we are moving forward. Now, I want to use this opportunity to tell my president that I won't be able to do this role today because I'm resigning from the post of SAA. Did it bring any shivers to you all? Well, I hope not. If yes, then you are trapped into this April Fool's state of mind. Well, no, I'm not resigning from my post. I'm very happy and I'm very enthusiastic about doing this SAA role for you all. Well, talking about the meeting now, let's set some ground rules for today's meeting. First of all, I want to say that please keep your cameras on so that this meeting can be really interactive and lively. Secondly, I would request you all to speak in Weave to Lead. We speak English as a medium of communication. If you guys are using any other language besides English, please provide its translation. During the meeting, please do not talk about sex, religion, or politics. Please do not prompt any speaker by creating any unnecessary noises. If you are not speaking and if you're not on stage, please keep yourself on mute. If you want to speak anything, please use show off button to raise hand and you'll be given the opportunity to come on the stage and speak. And ultimately, please clap enthusiastically for all our performers on stage. Now, this is the time to state the mission statement of our club, which is to provide supportive and positive learning environment for our club members so that they can develop leadership and communication skills which translate into the greater self-growth and leadership qualities. Now, without the much ado, I would like to call upon the stage our hope, our mentor, our president, acting president of the club, TM Himani, and she will take the meeting forward from here on. So TM Himani, please come onto the stage. The stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manan. A very good evening, everyone. I, Himani Singh, President of Weave to Lead Toastmasters Club, welcome you all to 61st meeting of our club. Well, when I say this number, it actually gives me a very proud feeling that we have been progressing really well. And I would like to thank each one of you to make this happen. So huge round of applause for all of us. So with this note, let's welcome our guests and have the introduction. So to all our guests, in your introduction, you can say about what do you do and what is your expectation from Toastmasters. And third could be, since it is a prop special meeting, so you can tell us that what is that one thing that symbolizes your personality. All right, so maybe we can start with guest Ritik. Hi Ritik.
Hello ma'am. Yeah, so my name is Ritik Agarwal and I am from Kotdwara, Uttarakhand, and I am joining here first time. I completed my BTech from Uttarakhand only, and after that I started working in TCS for around 18 months, and now I am looking forward for my MBA, and I am joining Toastmasters so that I can enrich my MBA experience and to develop the.
All right, great. Can you tell us that what is that one thing that symbolizes your personality? So for example, if I talk about myself, so I consider myself as water, maybe because water is adaptable, flexible. So I'm also adaptable and flexible. So something you can relate, some object. You can think about it. No,
I will think and then talk.
No problem. Okay, welcome. Hope you have a very good experience with us today. So now we can move to guest Avinash. Hi Avinash.
Hello ma'am. So I'm Avinash. I'm from Uttarakhand, Kurdwar, and have done my graduation from Garhwal University. So I'm a tutor by profession. So Toastmaster, I want to be Toastmaster for better communication skills. I think in this world, communication skills are the one thing that require most, and Toastmasters is the one platform that gives us we can meet new people, we can communicate with them, and communication skill is the one thing that I'm seeking from the Toastmaster. This is my first class, so hope for a better experience this time.
Great, Avinash. Great to know you. Okay, what is that one thing that symbolizes your personality?
So personality wise, I think patience is the one thing that I have a lot, and patience, yeah, patience and never giving attitude, because I have failed in my life a lot of time. But I think patience and these two things have been with me, and this symbolizes me.
Well, I must say, patience is a very rare quality that we see nowadays. So it's a very good thing. So hope you have a good experience with us today, Avinash. Now we can move to
Thank you.
guest Deepa. Hi, Deepa. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correct. Could you please unmute yourself?
Yes. Well, I'm a psychologist and I've been staying in Noida since 2 years. And I counsel students related to the intelligence quotient and mental age and chronicle age. And I want them to enhance their speaking ability and their attitude towards their life, their social problems, their studying habits, worry habits, anxiety disorders, depression, mood qualities, and all that. So I have been counseling students on that.
Okay. Great. So, Deepa, what is that one thing that symbolizes your personality? Any object
Well, I'm quite very
or any?
positive about life. I'm quite very positive about life, and I want to um, be more positive in my attitude towards life. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you. Hope you have a very good experience with us today, Deepa. Now we can move to guest Arjun. Hi, Arjun. Can we have your introduction?
Hi, I am Arjun. I am full stack and AI developer and engineer.
And any expectation from Toastmasters?
No, I want to learn something as a
Want to learn?
public speaking.
Okay, superb. All right, my third question: what is that one thing that symbolizes your personality?
I am passionate and compassionate.
You're very compassionate. Okay.
Yes.
About life,
About life, about people.
super. Great to know you. All right. Please allow me 1 minute. I have to switch off my fan. Just a minute. I hope now I'm better. I'm clear in my voice. Okay, superb. So thank you all the guests for your introduction. Now, with this note, let me share one story. So please listen to it very carefully because I'll be asking a question. All right. So we are good. You can do thumbs up, everyone. And Toastmaster Sujoy, Toastmaster Arko, Priyanka, guest Deepa, Arjun, you can all switch on a video to make it more lively. Super. All right. So a wealthy merchant from Jaisalmer passed away. In his will, the man stated that 17 treasured camels were to be equally distributed to his 3 sons. And according to the will, the eldest son was to be given half of the camels. The middle son was to be given 1/3 of the camels. And the youngest son was to be given 1/9 of the camel. All right. So As it was not possible to divide 17 camels into half, 1/3, or 1/9, so there was a problem. The three sons started fighting with each other for their fair share. Okay. Since the sons were not able to distribute the camels among them, they went to a wise man for advice. The wise man patiently listened to the son's dilemma. All right. After carefully understanding the situation, the wise man brought one of his camels and added it to the 17 camels of that merchant. So that increased the total to 18. Now he started reading the deceased father's will and divided the camels accordingly. Half of 18 is 9. So he gave the eldest son 9 camels. One third of the 18 is 6. So he gave the middle son 6 camels. The youngest son got 1/9 of the 18 camels. So it is 2. After giving 9, 6, and 2 camels to the son, he had successfully distributed 17 camels. Then the wise man, what did he do? He took back his 1 camel. So what is the takeaway from the story? I would like to know from you. Anyone?
Always go to wise people for advice.
Sorry, Toastmaster Manan, I cannot hear you. Can you
I
please
said,
repeat?
always go to wise people for advice.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I think it's a mathematical problem. If you
It's a mathematical
get
problem.
it mathematically, yeah, 18, if you divide 18 by 1/2, 1/3, and 1/9, the sum has to be 70, has to be eliminated. The wise man knows that if he added with 17 a camel in 17, he should left with 1 camel. That's why I divided, because with mathematical fraction, it leaves 1/2, 1/3, and 1/9. When subtracted from 1 camel should be left.
Yeah. So, okay. What did that wise man do? What did he do? He actually thought out of the box, right? He didn't think conventionally. He thought about it unconventionally, right? So this is one learning, that it is good to think out of the box. Anything else? Well, to reach a solution, first step is to believe that there is a solution. Correct? If we think that there is no solution, you are stuck and you are lost. This is second learning. And third, very important, always add value. Everything you do, everything you touch, you will never lose. Right? You will always gain something at the end. I hope it makes sense. Okay, so moving further, let me invite the T-Mod. Well, she is one of the most cute person I've ever come across. Just a second. Don't misunderstand. Cute means creating useless troubles everywhere. So happy Fool's Day, Toastmaster Priyanka. So to all of you, let's get ready to tickle your funny bones with a very cheerful VP membership, Toastmaster Priyanka, with her theme April Fool's Day. So over to you, T-Mod.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and assiduous guests. To join us, our 61st meeting of Beep to Lead Toastmaster Club. Hope you all are doing great in your life. First of all, I would like to wish you all a very happy New Year as per Hindu calendar, which is happened on the first Navratri of Chaitram. Friends, I'll be the Toastmaster of the day for today's evening. And today's evening has fun with amazing quiz, games, and a lot of interesting facts about April Fool Day. I wish you all will enjoy the session. Before I start, I would like to make our guests aware about the structure of our meeting. The meeting is divided into 3 sections. First one is prepared speeches section, in which our prepared speakers will deliver their speeches, which has a duration minimum 5 minutes and maximum 7 minutes. But today, we have an exception. We have TM Arco from the different club who is delivering a speech consequently with questionnaire. So, audience, be prepared with your questions in advance, because after his speech, you have to ask the questions so that he will be able to complete his project. After this prepared speech section, we have another session that is table tap topic session, which is the most interesting and attractive point of this meeting. So, friends, in this session, the table topic master will provide you the impromptu topics, and you need to speak up at least for a minute and maximum for 2 minutes. The more important thing here is that guests can also participate in this section, which is eyes on the cake for them. The third session is evaluation section, which is the most important session of this meeting, because we deliver the speeches, but if we know what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses, then only we can work upon those strengths as well as weakness. So in this session, our evaluators will evaluate the prepared speeches, and general evaluator will evaluate overall meeting. This is all about the structure of our meeting. Let's talk about April Fool Day. Anybody in the group know why we celebrate this April Fool Day and how it is started? Any guesses?
Started somewhere in 1800s. Just a guess.
Yeah. For Britishers, it has been started in 18th century. Nice. Yeah. Let me tell you a little about the history of this April Fool Day. Firstly, in French, in 1563, there is a conflict, like they were following the calendar which is named as Julian. And in 1563, they changed their calendar, which has a name Gregorian. So after 20 years also, people are confused about their new year. As per Julian, they celebrate the new year in first week of April or at the end of the March. But as per Gregorian, they celebrate on 1st Jan. So when after 20 years, people are confused and accustomed to the same April 1st as a new year, they consider them as a fool and celebrate it as a April Fool's Day. Another reason, few people relate this from a festival named as Hilaria, which is used to get celebrated in the Rome. And as per our president, for Britishers, they have started this April Fool Day in 18th century. They're just following the others. They don't have any reason why they are celebrating, and we are just copying them. This is all about the history. Let's be practical and ready to enjoy few games. But before that, let me call our diligent and most cheerful general evaluator on the stage to introduce about his role and his tactic. General evaluator, please brief about your role.
Thank you, Timot. So today I am your watering can. And all of you are my very lovely plants. All right. Why do I say that? Because today I will give water to my plants as feedback to make them bloom and grow more. My feedback would consist of what good you have done and where you could have improved upon. In order to help me watering, I've come along with my team. So, first of all, I would like to call upon the grammarian of the day, who is none other than very diligent Toastmaster Sujay for his introduction, for his role introduction. So, please help me welcome him.
Hello, hello. Yeah, am I clear? Is it audible? Yeah. Hello, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and also dear guests. I'm Sam, and I'm an so so I'm the grammarian of the day, and I'll be checking the good the good usage of words and also grammar and also the language. And the word of the day is an proponent. It means to support a cause or to be a strong believer in something, and also an advocate of something. An example of the usage will be that I am like a strong proponent of kind of vegetarian food, and I request everyone to use this word, and I'll be presenting my report at the end of the session. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sujay, for the introduction. Now we can move to our counter of the day. Very cheerful Toastmaster Meherush.
Thank you so much, Dean Mani. First of all, I have a question for you all. Can you tell me why do bees have sticky hair? Anyone? Okay, let me tell you.
This sit on nectar.
Sorry?
Because they sit on nectars.
No, because they have honeycomb. Get it? Honeycomb. Okay. So now about my role. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my guest. As an accounter during the meeting, I will listen for overall words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase. And at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used this expression. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Iman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meherush. Now it's time to call upon our timer of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you, Toastmaster Imani, for inviting me on the stage. So, as a timer, greeting you all. For preparing the speeches, for table topic speakers and formal evaluation, I'll note it on the timings of everyone. So for table topic speakers, it's remaining for 2 minutes, or not more than that. And for I-speaking speeches is for 4 to 6 minute in length, and most other speeches will be 5 to 7 minutes in length. And for individual evaluators, speeches should be 2 to 3 minutes. And for at the end, I will give my times or whatever the time uh, uh, speakers and evaluators has taken. So I will give my report on the basis of that. I present my green card, yellow card, and the red card as well, according to the timings. Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster Imani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. So now it's time to hand over the stage to our team mod.
Thank you, Journal Evaluator and Tag Team, for such a wonderful and brief introduction about their role. Now it's time for our most awaited game. So I need few volunteers out of you all. I need 4 persons. Please raise your hand. It's simple. Don't worry. 1, 2. Okay. 2 more. 3, 1. Okay, fine. I got my 4 volunteers. So I will show you the object or article, because today we have a prop day. So you need to speak, first one need to speak about the movie name. So first I would like to call Nikhil Narola. Yeah. So the article is this. Is it visible?
Yes.
And you need to speak movie name and one liner about the article, or maybe something related to it, if you not get exactly the same.
Okay. So aeroplane, I can see aeroplane is a very good flying object. I see it here, and it's been. I see airplane is a very good object. I can see I can fly. People can sit over there, and also going to new places. And I saw that movie called The Terminal. Here's the person always roaming from one place to another in the airport as well. So that he will he will be staying on that place, and yeah, that's all I know about. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, TM Nikhil Narola, for such a great attempt. And the liners are very good, but you are not able to track the name of the movie. And even the name of the movie is Airplane. It's that simple. But great attempt. Now another volunteer, TM Manan. Okay. So your object is this.
Yeah. So I need to say the movie's name.
Now in your turn, you need to talk about the food item name.
Okay, food item names that we get from plants. Oh, there are plenty. I mean, we get tomatoes, potatoes, brinjal, lemon, mangoes, and carrots, radish. We get everything from plants. Like, plants are life.
Great attempt. You have tracked the vegetables name, fruits name. Now, third volunteer, where are the hand raises? Okay, Rajesh, okay. So your article is this. You need to talk about the name of place and one-liner.
PM Priyanka, are you asking from me?
Yes.
Okay. As you have shown one chair, one red chair, and like this chair I have seen in marriages. Like whenever I visited to marriages, like I can see these chairs, like and whenever while eating like food, I search a chair for like sitting and have my meal
Great
instead
attempt.
of standing.
You have relate the chair from marriages. What an imagination. Now we have a fourth volunteer, Marush. You have
I think
opted.
guest Arjun was there.
Okay. Guest Arjun, would you like to take next?
Hello. There is
Yeah.
no electricity since 3 p.m. I am currently in South Delhi. I'm office now. I'm in
Okay.
office now.
Okay. Not an issue.
But
Marush.
I can join as audio.
Okay, not an issue. Then you can participate in that.
Okay.
So your article is this, and you need to speak up about the name of place.
I didn't see. But this is a book.
Notebook.
Which is the best friend of a person?
And the place,
Which place?
any place name related to books.
Book. I don't know.
Anybody else want to guess?
Well, I can give you the clue about the book. We can read any type of book like The Power of Positive Thinking or The Power of Subconscious Mind by Norman Vincent Peale. And it is a very interesting book. With related to the book, I can talk much. And
Okay.
it is though these both are psychological books, and they are related to the psychological perspectives of the individual, and we learn quite a lot about the memory retention, perception, and all the life learning skills, which are communication, entrepreneurship, and team leadership. All these things are there in this book.
Okay. So the books which has the name of places can be Citizens of London or any book which has a name of place. Great attempt, Deepa. Okay. So now it's time of our first session, that is prepared speeches session. Before I call upon the stage our first speaker, I would like to call upon the stage our first evaluator, T.M. Manan, who is presenting and pursuing as a VP PR of our club, and he is doing his job passionately. So, T.M. Manan, please give the brief introduction about the speaker.
Correct me if I'm wrong. TM Priyanka. I guess the speech order was changed. I think TM Jyoti is going to deliver her speech first and then TM Arko.
Yes, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Okay. Okay. So I would like to request to TM Rita Bajla to read out the objectives of TM Jyoti's speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Priyanka. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests who are present here. Toastmaster Jyoti is about to embark on a second part today. It's her icebreaker speech. We are here to witness once again how she unfolds herself or portrays her character. I would present my comments and suggestions when called upon. My best wishes to Toastmaster Jyoti. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, TM Rita, for stating the objectives. Now, I would like to call upon the stage our first speaker, who is the heart of our club, TM Jyoti, for presenting the speech. TM Jyoti.
From the time when I was just half of my age. Jyoti, if you can't cook, you can never be a good homemaker. And the society doesn't want a daughter-in-law of your type. From the time when I'm happily married. Jyoti, I did not marry you because you can cook well. I married you because you are ambitious. We can outsource the household work, right? With these two words, I grew up. Good evening, everyone. From the times I can remember my childhood, I was always the one who had her own insecurities and complexities to take care of. I was dark, I was healthy, and I was a bookworm. My family, particularly my parents and everybody, was very much protective about me. I was not allowed to go out alone at all. My brother, my father, anybody or everybody was accompanying me. My grandpa was so much obsessed about my grades that in class fifth, when once I scored second in the class, he did not talk to me for one long week because he always wanted me to excel. The only entertainment that I had throughout my life in my school days was my books and Ekta Kapoor's daily soaps. I would go to school, I would go to tuitions, I would worry about my grades all the time because I had a competitor in the class. And lastly, dream about those guys that my friends were being flirted by. But this looks like more of an advertisement that we look on the screens, right? पहले मैं बहुत दुखी हुआ करती थी फिर मेरी जिंदगी में ऐसे हुआ मैंने ये लिया और ये हुआ. Well, this may or may not be the case. But who would know better than me? Throughout my life, from my school days to college days, the sequels continued. But there were two things that were consistent throughout. First, I was good in studies. I wanted to excel in life. And secondly, I had a goal in my life that I wanted to move out and have a job of my own. That's how I got to Delhi in the year 2011. For the first time, a girl who was homebound came out all alone because she wanted to see the world. Trust me, there was a one such day when I called my mom and said, Mama, I am really hungry and I don't have food to eat. My parents never wanted me to leave the house. Yet they consoled me by saying, "ये 6 महीने निकाल लो, फिर internship के बाद वापस आ जाना. Complete these 6 months, come back after 6 months." And those 6 months never got completed. For the first few months, it was equally frustrating me to see that I had to go to market even to buy a pinch of salt. Nobody was really there for me. I had to be there for myself. There were few changes that drastically happened in my life. First, it started early, so I did not have to ask for money. Secondly, maybe it was on my hit list as well. I joined the gym within the same year of my job, lost around 15 kgs, and then I became that sweet little girl who was a part of the attention because everybody wanted to know how did she lose the weight. I did my post graduation because I felt people were already doing much more in their curriculums round than me. I did theater for a while because I thought I might be good on the screen. And lastly, in the year 2017, when I felt that I was over my job, I changed my job by learning a new technology altogether, which was SaaS, and that almost badged me a package that was the double of what I was already earning. Throughout my 10 years of career, what I've learned so far is that you have to be consistent, you have to be hardworking, and you have your own way of handling things, be it your leadership style or the kind of behavior you showcase as an employee. This was a little about my professional journey. What about my personal life? Trust me, I was always unlucky. I fell for guys, it did not work out. Somebody could not go against their parents, somebody was not mentally prepared, somebody was all into me, but then suddenly felt our kundli is not matching. And the sequence continued until I turned 30 and I realized that this was over my head. I had to settle down. Not because I wanted love in my life, but because I felt that I needed somebody by my side with whom I can share all my ups and downs. That's when I created a profile on Jeevan Sati with a thought that maybe after 2 years I'll find a match. But Jeevan Sati was quite much lucky for me. I met my husband Manish just in the first or second attempt of talking to a guy on Jeevan Sati. This guy has entirely changed my life and all the proponents that I had throughout my life. Currently, if you look at me, I am this woman. So, being a woman, the household work can never be taken away. My cooking is still appreciated. I still do a lot of household stuff to keep my family happy. But alongside, I have a husband who wants to make sure that I keep excelling. And that's why, because of his push, I am finally changing the job again after 5 years. It's a trend for me that I stay with the job for 5 long years. And that's how now I am moving to the next phase of my life, wherein I'll have a new company to work upon. I'll have a new culture, as well as soon I'm planning to move back to Delhi because the pandemic took all of us back home and wanted to sit there for quite a while. Now, after all this long story, it might feel boring because I talked about my childhood days, I talked about my education, my professional journey, as well as my personal journey. But what has been there throughout? Unexpected things happen. When I expected love to happen the least in my life, it came right through. When I expected my job to be a monotonous one, I had new challenges to outshine myself. And lastly, as I wrap up my speech, I would like to say that Toastmasters has been one platform that has always kept me intact from lot many things. So, what is that one takeaway from me, for you, and for all of us? As I was a little girl, I asked my mother, what shall I be? Will I be 50? Will I be sick? That's what my mom said to me. Yes, Sarah. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que Sarah. What will be, will be. Thank you so much. Over to the Toastmasters.
What a spellbound speech you have delivered today. And you have delivered the mesmerizing song as well. We really appreciate your speech delivery, and we loved the way you have presented your speech. Journal evaluator or the president, can we take a group picture right now?
Yeah, sure. So for that, all of you need to come on camera, please. Avinash, Ritik, Rajesh, Diba, Mehrush. Can we have all of you on camera, please? Diba, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Toastmaster Rajesh? Ritik?
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. So Rajesh is not there, but it's okay. Any
No,
gesture that
I'm here. I'm here.
you are there? Okay. So what gesture we should make now today? Can you all take your props if you have? Yeah. So I have this. Right. So 1, 2, 3, go. Well, one more. Just a minute. Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Tia Himani, for the group picture. Laughter is a great medicine and it's the perfect antidote. When times we feel heavy and downtime, time hard, April 1st is a good time to turn a front side upside down and lighten our mood. Do it with brilliantly executed April Fool's prank. I hope you all have done any prank in your life at any moment. So, anybody who would like to tell about any prank they played in their life? Or shall I start? Yeah. So I will start with my prank. When in my childhood, my father has a shop. He is a businessman. So there is a mobile telephone at that time which has a wire. So what I do, I used to go at the shop and hold the receiver and then just dial the 0 and press the receiver very slightly and just rushed away from there. And after 1 or 2 seconds, the phone rang up, and that was the fake call. I was really enjoyed that moment because due to that, I made fool to my father, to my sister, to my friends even. So anybody else who would like to share any prank in their life? TM Veena, ma'am?
Yes, please. You took me to the time when I was married. After my marriage, it was hardly a few months after my marriage, April came. So I had gone to my parents' house, and my husband had also, he was also in the same school, and in the recess when he came home, I told him that your elder brother has come and he wants you to go to Delhi. He was surprised. He said, "Bye." I said, "I don't know, but he has come home." So he went to his principal saying that I want to go home. I want to go to Delhi because my elder brother has come and there must be some urgency. His principal shouted at him, "Why do you want to go? Why do you want to go?" Because on 1st March only the school had opened and he was seeking leave only after 1 month only. But he said, no, I want to go. So he had a fight argument with him and he came home. When he came home, he said, where is my brother? I didn't say anything. When he went inside, there was none. So this way he couldn't help laughing aloud. And so this way he was made April Fool and everybody enjoyed. He never suspected that I can do like this. Thank you.
Definitely. At times we didn't realize that these small things make all of us happy. But later on, when we uh, remember again those memories, then definitely they give us a small smile on our face. So anybody else would like to share? So Joy?
Yeah, I did. I mean, we used to do, I mean, like 1,000 codes. But it was in the school, okay, days. And, of course, like, and it happened in a much before like April 1st. It used to happen like on the and on and on 14th February. So everyone knows what is 14th February, the Valentine's Day. So we used to get those fake roses, okay, with had water in it. So we used to kind of propose and like spray water, okay. That was a big thing, and then the girls they used to take revenge also. How they used to try to tie Rakhi on us, like I mean, around August that time. They used to also like tell us, okay, I mean, badla lenge iska. I mean, so it is a long actually history. Kind of fooling people and also taking revenge.
Thank you, TM
Happy school days.
For remembering us such those beautiful memories we all have in our mind, maybe in our school days or maybe in our college days. We all had those memories. Now it's time of our second speech. So before I call upon the stage of our second speaker, I would request his speech evaluator, TM Manan, to state his objectives. TM Manan.
Thank you so much, TM Modi, TM Priyanka. Well, the next speaker who is going to come on stage holds a very interesting personality. So he is a BTech student who is in second year of his engineering. He's from IEM Kolkata. And he's somebody who prefers to live life with a sense of entitlement. And sometimes he takes life too emotionally. Well, he is an introvert with strangers, but in the opposite scenario, he loves to gossip a lot with his friends. So I'm talking none other than TM Arko. So tonight he's gonna be presenting his level 4 project 1 of his pathways persuasive influence, and the objective of his speech are to practice strategies for adjusting to an unexpected changes to the finalized plan. So as part of his objective, we all have to come up with certain questions at the end of his speech. The time duration of that would be 5 to 10 minutes, and we need to throw unexpected questions at him, and he will be answering all these questions for us. So thank you, and back to you, TM Modi.
Thank you, TM Manan, for stating the objectives of TM Arko's speech. Before I would welcome TM Arko, I would request you all that please prepare with your questions in advance, because after the speech, you have to ask the questions. So I would welcome Our second speaker, TM Arko Paul. TM Arko, a perfect love triangle. A perfect love triangle, TM Arko.
Madam President, Madam TM Modi, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, wishing you all a very jovial Wednesday evening. So, to be very honest, 2021, this pandemic has caused a lot of mental exhaustion to us. We all were stuck in our home. We couldn't go out. We didn't have the opportunity to explore. So today, myself, Toastmaster Orkopal, is going to speak about a perfect love triangle. So now you guys are thinking that bore us the rest 7 minutes with those cringy, tacky, nibba love stories. But wait for the twist. The twist is in the end. So Toastmaster Priyanka, what do you think is most important to us, which we don't have for ourselves and for our loved ones? Toastmaster Priyanka?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
What do you think is most important for us, which we don't have for ourselves?
As per my opinion, yeah, it's important for us if we are not able to get something and we are trying to get those because we have the zeal to achieve that or to grab that thing in our life.
Okay, I agree with you, but to be very precise, the answer would be time. Bro, don't you think you are becoming very fat these days? Bro, I don't have time for exercise. My skin is so tanned and it has whiteheads. I don't have time to go for facial. And believe me, even between a husband-wife conversation, baby, can we go for a candlelight dinner today? There is so work pressure. I have an important appraisal meeting to attend. All the married people in the house could relate to it. And believe me, there are people who forget to take their medicines in spite of having so many diseases. And the excuses they give are just magnificent. Uncle, you have so many diseases, high blood pressure, cholesterol, heart disease, and so what not. So why don't you take up your medicines in time? Look, kid, at our age, we have so many responsibilities and so many things to fulfill in our life. I'm a very busy person. Some great person back in time said that time is money. But some other person also said that protect your health to protect your wealth. So if our health is not in a good condition and we forget to take up our medicines regularly, all our money will be spent paying the bills of an ICU. So today I'm going to share with you a trick to remind you of your medicines and to save your wealth. And the trick is a medicine reminder app. This app is going to save your wealth. Excuse me? An app? How is it going to save our wealth? Generally, apps like Facebook, Insta, and Snapchat waste our time, make us less productive, and make us berozgar, aka unemployed. No, ladies and gentlemen, just look at this app. This app helps us in 3 ways. The first way is confirm your medications. Like you have to feed your details in it, like the patient's age, the disease, and the dosage of the medications. Say for an example, I being a fan of fast food has been detected with borderline cholesterol level. So I have been prescribed with Rosavas 5 mg. So I will feed that there accordingly. The second step, your meds on your phone. Now time for me to take up this medicine after dinner, or I need to take up any vitamin capsule after dinner. So this app will give me a notification on my phone, unlike the Insta notifications. Okay, don't judge me. I am a strong and the proponent supporter of social media also. The third step is that your track your medication history. Suppose You have aspirin, Favorex 20, and all those medicines in your home, and the number of tablet goes below 3, then the you by saying that these are the medicines you are falling short of, and will display you the list of medicine shops beyond near you which are selling you all those things. So this is an app which I am planning to develop with the help of my friends to help those busy people like my uncle to take care of their health. Now it is stated clear from this app that how this app will. I already said that you there, like you have to fill the date, you have to fill the dosage of your medicine there, so that the app reminds you at the time while to take up your medicines and want to not take, and the which are getting exhausted will also remind you that those things. So this app uses Java graphic user interface, application programming interface. Suppose I have logged in from my mobile through this app, and I delete that app recently, and I again log into that app through my laptop. In that case, all the data will be used. In that situation, we use API between front end and back end coding to develop or store the data of each patient. Okay, now that I have bored you all with enough of technical and coding stuff, to say that what a love triangle is. A love triangle is a complicated relationship between three people where two may be crushing or loving the third person, but the third person might or might not love the two others. So the main thing here is it is a very tricky situation where one or more person may get hurt. So it is very clear from here that health, time, and money are interlinked, and they form a perfect love triangle together. Famous poet Percy Shelley, through her poem Ozymandias, said that all the power and the materialistic belongings are very transient and temporary in nature. So what we should do? What is the most important thing that time, that money cannot buy, ladies and gentlemen? So my answer to it is that time and the happy and sweet memories that have already been passed by. So what we learn from here is to take out time from our loved ones, to keep this device aside, and to spend more happy time with our. At the same time, we have to protect our health so that all our wealth doesn't go paying the bills of an ICU. So this clearly states that health, wealth, time has a perfect love triangle together. And as I said, in a love triangle, as the one element is getting hurt, the second and third will also get hurt, and the triangle will be completely distorted. So don't be a person like my uncle and take up your medicines properly, take out time for your loved ones, and utilize your wealth. You will be able to solve, protect all your wealth. So thank you. Now you all can begin with your questions as to why my plan won't work out and why my plan will work out, or any suggestions if you have towards my plan.
Thank you, TM Arko, for such an amazing speech delivery. And yes, that's true that there is a love triangle between health, wealth, and time. Audience, please feel free to ask the questions.
I have a question for you, Marco. Yeah.
Yeah, you can please ask.
Yeah. So while I was listening to your speech, I was thinking I can simply set reminders on my alarm in my mobile phone. Then why do I need to install another app altogether just to take medicine?
Okay, I give you an example. Before coming up into the concept of application programming interface, suppose you are saying that you will set alarms in your phone regarding your medicine. Suppose you have to take a vitamin capsule and maybe some other cholesterol related medicine or a blood sugar related medicine all at the same time. You will set an alarm there. So one, how could you ensure that one alarm will remind you 3 or 4 medicines at a time? And what happens if your phone is in the other room or it is uncharged? The app here will remind you through the notification that you have to take this, and this medicine at these doses and at this particular time of the day. And as I said about API, like if I said that the mobile is not charged, your through your tablet also the notification can come, because once you log in into our app, your data is permanently stored here. You don't need to worry about the confidentiality of the data, because if you the main problem which I have encountered is that if one deletes that app, the data will be completely erased. So it may be very irritable for the customer to feed their data repeatedly one after the other. So that's why we all say that uh, installing an app would be better than the phone reminders in particular. Any other question, ladies and gentlemen?
TM Arku, I have the question. You have answered the question that the data will be confidential and it will be secure. But as per my point of view, if we enter any information related to us in any app, then definitely there are lots of hackers. So there is a insecurity of our data. So how your app will secure those?
Very good question from your side. Our app, which is registered in the Play Store, and to be very precise, a few certain apps registered in the Play Store have direct connections with cyber security cell and all. So, like if you log into Facebook or to Instagram, they ask for all your data, like your mobile number, your email ID, your password. But has there been any complaint that Instagram has leaked my data to any hacker? Instagram has sold my data to any hacker. So there are. So we have one of our member who has direct contacts in the cyber security to ensure the personal, because talking about your diseases and talking about your medications is a very sensitive information. So to ensure great security such that one user, suppose ma'am, you are one and Toastmaster Himani is the other user. You both will not get to know what kind of disease you have and what kind of disease she has. So that kind of assurance our app gives. Does it answer your question?
Yes, thanks.
Toastmaster Shujoy, you want to ask something?
Yeah, I'll quickly ask who's your target audience in this? I mean, like is it a group of people? I mean, like a certain age, certain like age group or like any age group?
We have not planned about that, because not only about the old people, youngsters, like people in our 20s or people in 30s, stuck between the office deadlines, stuck between the cusses given by our bosses and our project team leads. We often forget to take up our blood pressure medicine, which may not affect you in one day, but in a long run, it can cost a lot from your health. And as I said, that bill will only come paying up your expenses of the ICU. So we have not planned about any target audience. Rather, our target audience is a diversified group of people anyone can log into our app, because not about only forgetfulness, people may forget to take up. Even if it had happened to me during my COVID days, I forgot to take up my medicines due to my college assignments and online exams. So anyone can download our app and you can use it. As I said, the information will be confidential. Does it answer your question?
Because I was asking mine, because if you target all the senior citizens, they may not be so comfortable like with the app and all. I don't know. Like it's my personal opinion, that's all.
Okay, very valid point that you gave us. But what I have witnessed these days, uh, people of above age of 60, above age of 70, husband wife getting into the train, they are not talking to each other. What they do is log into their Facebook, comment on the public post, and do all these things. Maybe I'm talking about a certain part of of a society. But what we can do here is that I'll keep that as a suggestion, and I'll ask my teammates to make up a video educating the audience about that, how to use our app, and we will try to make up the things more user friendly, because the API, graphic GUI, front and back and all are the technical things. You don't need to take care of that. You only have to feed your details, age, and medicine name and dosage. You will be reminded of in the
Thank you, TM Arko, for such a wonderful question and answer session. And you have, I think you have completed your project. You have answered the questions very quickly and diligently. Now, as we have the April Fool's Day, so I have just a few quick questions for all of you. Maybe you know that, but if you don't know, don't bother about that. It will spread the awareness among us. So my first question is, which of the following country observes an official holiday on 1st April? Which of the following country celebrate April Fool's Day as an official holiday? Anybody have any idea? I have 4 options. First, USA, Australia, Ukraine, and Canada.
Canada.
Okay.
Canada, am I right?
Any other?
Because it has started.
Ma'am, it's not right.
Wait, I'm just Googling Finding article. I'll tell you in a second.
Pardon?
I'm just Googling and telling.
No, it's a Ukraine. Ukraine is celebrating as a April Fool's Day and declared it as a holiday. Now, moving towards the next question, which country celebrate April Fool's Day for 2 days consecutively? 2 days leave. Can you imagine? So options are Scotland,
Ukraine,
Greece, French, UK. Scotland, Greece, French, UK.
French.
France.
Any other guess? It's Scotland. So Scotland has 2 days leave for April Fool Day. We didn't have any one. Now my third question is, which American city has an actual parade on 1st April? Which American city has an actual parade on 1st April? The options are New Orleans, Houston, New York, LA, Los Angeles. New Orleans, Houston, New York, Los Angeles. Any guesses?
I think Los Angeles.
Not right.
Houston.
No. The correct answer is New York. New York has actual parade on April Fool's Day. I think we are just debarring the time. So I would like to wrap up my session. This is all about the April Fool's Day. I hope you all learned about this day around the globe. If you need any prank idea, you can direct message me or on chat box. Now this is the time of our most awaited session, that is table topic session. So I'm handing over the stage to our table topic master, TM Rajesh.
Thank you, TMOD, TM Priyanka. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the table topic master is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. So, I will introduce a topic and call upon speakers, and you will be giving 2 minutes to speak on the subject. So, who want to participate? Please raise your hand.
If we have any Toastmaster who doesn't have a role, I'll request you to please raise your hand.
Okay, so Pratyush Gupta, he want to participate. Okay, so okay, so your topic is um, is obsession is good at workplace or not? Is obsession is good at workplace or not?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes. Kindly can you repeat the topic, because some issues are going on at my place. Small.
Definitely, I will repeat. Is obsession is good at workplace or not?
Obsession is
obsession. Good at workplace or not?
Good at spare time, but not at workplace unless it is related to your work. Many times I have seen that during work time, my teammates and my employees spend their time surfing mobile, surfing internet. I do not know that what type of an obsession is this, because it is getting larger and larger nowadays, that people try to just do or complete their work, and then they get busy with their gadgets or their handsets. So obsession might be good if you are passionate about it in your free times. Like I was passionate about playing chess, but after having or completing my exam periods, I used to play chess for around 1 month, that we used to call the summer vacation. But after that, I gradually used to detach me from that obsession, because I used to understand that whether this is an obsession, but it cannot become my passion, because I am not so good at it. No matter how much I practice it or how much I win it, but I cannot be the master of this game. So it is very much necessary to understand that whether you can master your obsession or not. And if you are confident that yes, you can master your obsession and you are passionate about it, that you can make it your career, then obsession is good at workplace, unless it is going to give you a very hard time. Over to table topic.
Thank you. You spoke very well. So other guests who would like to participate, or any Toastmasters? Guest Deepa, would you like to participate? Please, I think you have clicked. You are on mute. Yeah, I think Sujay, he want to participate.
Yes, now I'm audible.
Okay, you are audible. So,
Well,
Toastmaster Sujay, I think we have to give opportunity to our guest Deepa.
yes, of
So-
course. Obsession about work is very necessary at the
I'm
workplace.
sorry, Toastmaster. I guess Nida. Toastmaster Rajesh will be giving you another.
Yeah, I will give you
Okay,
another
sorry.
topic. If you want to take this topic, you can take.
Okay, I will take this topic only.
No.
Okay.
Toastmaster Rajesh, you should give another topic.
Okay. So your topic is too much trusting on other is good or not? Too much trusting on other is good or not?
Too much trusting on others is related to the relation, amplifying our relationship with each other. When you come in contact with another person, then there is a eye contact or some sort of thing that gives you immense pleasure. But when you trust a lot, you give that person a space within yourself, space with regard to your surroundings. Then this comes in between that whether you trust him or not. So
Okay, thank you, guest Deepa. So, Sujay, I think you want to Sujay, you want to participate.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so your topic is: do you feel scary after watching ghost kind of movies, scary movies?
Yes, of course. I feel very scary after watching scary movies. I kind of totally stopped. Yeah, and I stopped in watching any scary movie, flicks, and but of course, we, we must always face of fears, and either like it is watching like a scary a movie, or else even the going out in the dark and then in the night, or else even like trekking. I mean, taking a trek to the Shamshan Ghat at night. Of course, it is very scary, but it is also serves as an adventure. I mean, me and my friends, we have also done it in our school days. We crossed. I mean, like in the middle of the after tuitions and all, it became very dark in the night. So we took up a challenge and to cross a cemetery. I mean, like graveyard at the night. Yeah. Of course, it was extremely spooky, of course. But after crossing it and then after completing the task, after we reached, uh, the main road, we felt like, I mean, like we are like, real achievers. We felt like champions, as if like we defeated the devil or the ghost or something. It's of course, if uh, we must and always in the face of fears. If it's a film or it's a ghost or even public speaking. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Sujay, for elaborating your understanding towards this topic. So, guest Arjun, would you like to participate? Guest Arjun.
I'm audible.
Yeah, you are audible. Okay, so your topic is which animals you love most and why? Which animal you love most and why?
I I love tiger. Which is because very fast.
Okay.
It runs very fast.
Okay, thank you, guest Arjun. So who would like to participate more? Please raise your hand. Okay, TM Veena. Okay. Okay, your topic is which is your favorite movie and why? Which is your favorite movie and why?
Okay. I am very much fond of seeing movies since my childhood. But my parents have allowed me to see movies after a certain age only. When I was in school time, my elder sister used to take me to movies without my mother's permission. But I used to like it. And my favorite, one of my favorite movies is Milan. It's an old movie, but I liked it very much because there, Sunil Dutt and Nutan, they were in the lead, and their love story is predicted there. And they had met after one birth. They had been a couple before in their last birth, and now they had entered in the second birth, and so they like each other. And later on, it was depicted. Yes, they belong to each other in their last birth. That's why they had met in the next birth also. I like that movie. I love the songs also of that film. So that's all from my side.
Okay, thank you, TM Veena Bansal
Everyone
for.
should see. Although it's an old movie, but you will like it. Milanita has sweet songs.
Okay, thank you, TM Veena, for participating, and thank you everyone for participating. So over to you, TM Himani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh. All right, so now it's time for general evaluation session. And first of all, we should have the evaluators section. So for that, I would like to call upon our evaluator one, Toastmaster Rita, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Jyoti's speech. So over to you. You are on mute, Toastmaster Rita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Himani. Toastmaster Jyoti, you are a proponent of sunshine in life, not just an ordinary girl next door. You are consistent, you are hardworking, and you are particularly optimistic in life. I loved your storytelling. Life was, the way you connected your story, the title of the song, The Girl Next Door, the title was well chosen, and you connected your story throughout from the beginning to the end. The end was mind-blowing with that song, Que Sera Sera. Your physical appearance was overshadowed by your impressive character. The way you enacted, the way you displayed your emotions, supporting with hand gestures and appropriate body language. You moved your face this way and you enacted the other person as well, as if you enacted your parents once and then yours once. I admired the way you showed your life with us, shared your life with us. You made us feel warm. You shared with us the things, the small things which was personal, and we loved it. I would like to draw attention to one fact. The point where you spoke something, you made a few lines in Hindi. Main dukhi or something you said, I forgot the lines. But I think the translation was not there. The translation in English was not there. And I'm drawing your attention to this fact because when we compete in a contest, it would not be acceptable to use a Hindi language. So we need whenever we use a regional language, it has to be converted, it has to be translated then and there only, the one thing. And another thing, again, for the contest, we can practice standing while standing so that it's accepted better at contests. However, to summarize, I loved the opening and the title of your speech and the prop, especially the prop that you used at the back, depicting the family. Since you were talking about your family, you used the prop that was very thoughtful. That was very thoughtful of you. The takeaway message was proper. It's that the takeaway message for all of us was to be optimistic with life, to be hardworking, and to be consistent, and to set your goals and be ambitious. The best quality that I liked about it, you knew how to engage the audience from the beginning, because your non-verbal gestures, your body language and your hand gestures, which spoke volumes about your character. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to evaluate your speech. I look forward to you and my best wishes for your future speeches. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Imani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rita, for the wonderful evaluation. I think we skipped one part. Toastmaster Manan, could you please launch the poll for best speaker?
Oh, yes.
I'm really sorry we have skipped this part. Just let me know when it is done.
The poll is on your screen, guys. Please vote for the best speaker of the day.
Not there.
I cannot see it.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
To all the people who cannot see the polls, I request you to please drop a personal message to Toastmaster Manan, because it might be a technical glitch on your end, or it might be a technical glitch from the district Zoom account as well. So, for others, if you are able to see the polls, please feel free to do.
Yeah. I'll just even went.
Okay, now we can move to next evaluator.
Before we move on to the evaluation, I guess there's some. Okay, I think it's there. Can you guys vote now?
Yeah, just come now.
Is there any issue with the polls? Can we move further?
Yes,
all right. So now it's time to call upon our evaluator 2, Toastmaster Manan, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Arco's speech.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Well, the perfect love triangle, time, health, and wealth. Well, I did not see the correlation between these three things so much with so much of integration before you put it out in front of us, TM Arco. There are a couple of quotations or thoughts that I'm taking away from your speech. One of them is, all your wealth does not go to the ICU. So this is something that stuck the bell in my head. The second one was the quote that you have used in your speech was, all the power and materialistic belongings are very transient. Well, what you have stated is very true. So I really liked the way you formatted or presented or structured the whole of your speech. It started off by grabbing the attention of the audience through the act that you performed on stage, and it gradually built into the presentation or the product presentation that you wanted to deliver to your audience. So kudos to that. It is very important for a speaker to grab the audience attention at the first go. Besides that, I guess you use excellent body language. The energy was great. You were very interactive with the audience. The use of presentation was phenomenal. I think it really added the value to what you were speaking. And when I see your speech or when I look at your presentation from an audience perspective, what I feel that there were like certain points which can be worked upon to make you to create a better impact since you are already a very experienced speaker and a very good presenter, as I feel. So the first thing was the presentation that you used contained a lot of text. So when you are trying to grab the audience's attention and you are actually pitching a product to an audience, I think the more graphical or data driven your presentation is, the more impact it will create. If you write long sentences on a presentation, half of the attention of the audience goes on to reading those sentences instead of listening to you. This is what happened with me as well. That when the presentation came on screen, I immediately started reading that presentation instead of giving full attention to what you were speaking. Besides that, when you were taking questions from the audience, a lot of time you were looking up in the air while answering those questions. Though you were very confident the way you were sounding and handling those questions, but certain unconscious or subconscious body language body language signs can actually make you feel little less prepared about what you are doing on stage. But besides that, I guess I want to summarize with stating three things: good energy, good confidence, good speech qualities. Just work upon the recommendation part and you're definitely going to rock. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Thank you, Toastmaster Manan. Sorry. All right. So now it's come to my evaluation. So our evaluator one, Toastmaster Rita. Well, it was a wonderful evaluation. You apprised the audience with CRC approach. Very well explained commendation with examples. And you gave recommendation also with example. Basically the recommendation the recommendation that I want to give you is that you address the whole speech with you. I think it should have been with the third person, that she has done a fabulous job or something. So overall summary could have been more elaborative. So that's the second recommendation that I have for you. Otherwise it was a flawless evaluation. Thank you, Toastmaster Rita. Now coming to our evaluator 2, Toastmaster Manan has followed the CRC approach. Initially, it was slow. He started with commendation, but actually he picked up really well in the later part of his evaluation. When he talked about the body language, it was very apt. Then I was expecting the examples. So you could have given more examples if you're saying that body language was phenomenal and the vocal variety. So that was one recommendation. Overall, the evaluation was very good. Thank you, Toastmaster Manan. Now we can move to our auxiliary role players report. But before that, let's have a best evaluator poll. Toastmaster Manan, could you please help us?
Toastmaster Himani, that was launched at the background because usually we have the evaluators poll before their feedback.
All right. Best evaluator is also done, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Now we can move to now we can move to our auxiliary role pair reports. So first, I would like to call upon the active listener who will test our listening skills. So over to Toastmaster Veena Bansal.
Thank you very much, Himani, for calling me for acting as an active listener. So everybody has enjoyed the session very well and listened to each and everything, I hope. So now I'll be asking you a question. You can imagine yourself as if you are in a class and I'll be asking you the question, but you are supposed to answer only one person at a time. So my first question is, in the beginning, Himani had given a story about the elephant, about the camels. I want to know how many camels were given to all the three of them. Three of them. I want to know the number exactly. The eldest one, the middle one, and the youngest one. Who can tell, please? Rita, you want to answer? Who want to answer?
I can answer.
Yes, please. Manan.
The eldest one got 9, the middle one got 6, and the youngest one got 2.
Very good. Please give a big round of applause to him. Now, I would like to ask another question. When was April Fool Days invented? It started. In which century it was started? Jyoti, can you answer?
I think it was in 1800 something. I heard Toastmaster Himani saying that.
In 18th century, right? I want to ask another question also related to it. Yes, I want to ask that which country has holiday on 1st April? Which countries observe holidays on 1st April or April Fool Day, you can say?
Ukraine.
Yes.
Country that's been crushed under Russian.
Ukraine holidays has holidays for 1 day. Okay. Which country has holidays for 2 days?
It is Scotland.
Right. There is another country also. There is another country which holds parade on that day.
New York.
New York.
You are not country, a part of USA, I can say. Okay. Very good. Now I would like to ask one question that Himani had explained the title cute. How did she explain the cute word in her own form? Except Himani, anybody can tell. Even Priyanka can tell. Because this title was given to Priyanka only.
Useless time and energy, something of that sort. I can't remember it full.
Anybody who remembers? I liked it. I like that explanation. That's why I wrote it. Any guest or any member?
Nobody remembers.
Anji.
Manan, do you remember?
Can you please repeat the question?
Explanation of cute given by Himani. C-U-T-E. For each letter, she has given one word.
I think I don't know, careless and okay. I don't remember exactly.
Anybody else? If you say pass only, then I'll tell.
Okay, I'll pass. I don't think.
Anybody else? No.
Should I say again?
Yes, please. Imani.
Cute meme.
Yes.
Creating useless troubles everywhere.
Very good. So I like it.
I get one word, useless.
Good. I like it, so that's why I wrote it. It's a way to make others laugh. So I think the time is over. Thank you. Over to GE Himani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veena, ma'am. Now we can move to our next auxiliary role player. We can call upon our grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Sujay.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Himani. As a strong proponent of and of constant improvement, I felt that after hearing everybody's speeches and contribution, I felt that we all are really improving ourselves with every speech, with every meeting. And however, there's nobody is perfect in the world, and we always need to improve ourselves. There were a few corrections, and also like good usage of words, and not so good usage of words. I'll try to share my screen here, and if I'm allowed to, yeah, I'm allowed to. Yeah, is my screen visible now?
Yes.
Yeah, something here. If you can see here is like the good usage of words had to be there over myself, the monotonous, the mesmerizing, live life with a sense of entitlement, introvert, jovial, etc., etc. And not so good usage of the words made fool to my father. It can be said as made a fool of my father. And there was a small like spelling mistake here. It's I think like it it was a typo, error thing. So that's the correct spelling. His obsession is good. It should be ideally, and his obsession is obsession good. And regarding the word of the day usage, I'm not sure if anyone accepting me used it. I don't know, like if I'm wrong, and if I missed like anyone using it. So I can proudly write my name here.
So it was used
Yeah.
by Toastmaster Priyanka.
Is it?
Not
Okay,
by
sorry.
Toastmaster Jyoti.
Okay, I'm so sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. That means I missed it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Even I used it, Toastmaster Sujoy.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how I missed it. I missed all of you. Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sujoy. Now it's time to call upon our counter of the day, Toastmaster Meherush.
Thank you so much, Himani. So today, everyone has done a great job in avoiding all the crutch words and fillers. I'll be sharing my screen to show the report. Here's the report. I have color coded the total number. So you can see here that 0 to 20 will be in green, 21 to 40 will be in yellow, and 40 plus fillers will be in red. So today no one has reached red.
That's a great job. And this is my report. I'll send this report in the group also. Okay. Now to end this, my session, I'll share a joke with you all. The joke is, a man is talking to God. The man, God, how long is a million years? God, to me, it's about a minute. The man, God, how much is $1 million? God, to me, it's a penny. The man, God, may I have a penny? God, wait a minute. That's it from my side. Thank you so much. Over to you, Himani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Merush, for adding that joke in your evaluation. All right, so now it's time to call upon our timer of the day, Toastmaster Nikhil.
Hi, thank you so much inviting me on the stage, Toastmaster Himani. So here's my report. I can share it on the screen. Yeah. So as you can see, Toastmaster Pratyush Gupta has taken time for 2 minutes 6 seconds. Guest Diva has taken 35 seconds. Toastmaster Sujoy Joseph has taken 2 minutes 6 seconds. Toastmaster guest Arjun taken 24 seconds, and Toastmaster Veena has taken 1 minute 11 seconds for table topic sessions, and for auxiliary roles counter taking 46 seconds, and grammarian 2 minute 55 seconds, and timer taking 2 minutes. And our Q&A session for alcohol has taken 6 minutes 39 seconds. And for general evaluator, Rita has taken 3 minutes 20 seconds. Our general evaluator, Manan, has taken 3 minutes 18 seconds. And speech evaluator, Rita, so that's another timing for the time allotted for. And for speech, for alcohol, for prepared speech has taken 8 minutes 56 seconds. And for preparing speech of Jyoti Gupta, she has taken 7 minutes 53 seconds. That's all my report from my side. So I can do one more thing and keep the report in the group as well with the green, red, and yellow text, which will be very comfortable to see. All right, over to you, Toastmaster Himani. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. All right, so today we had a wonderful meeting. Today we had the phenomenal speeches in the history of Weave to Lead. I'm the biggest proponent of two speakers today, Toastmaster Jyoti and Toastmaster Arko. So kudos to both of you. You had the wonderful speeches and we had gained a lot of learnings from you. And I'll definitely apply in my speeches too. So thanks to you. Now let's start the evaluation from the Sergeant at Arms. Well, meeting started with a great energy and with a nice prank, but Arsa shouldn't have smiled, but it was very nice. All right, now we can move to our T-mod. Well, good job, Toastmaster Priyanka, in terms of voice clarity and handling the complete session. Toastmaster structure was well explained. You engage the audience at some parts. The recommendation that I would like to give is more of energy is required in the T-mod session, which I feel that it was missing in some parts. Audience engagement could have been more better uh, with respect to April Fool's Day. For example, the games and activities that you took, it could have been more interactive and more relevant to the theme. And also we had a very special meeting with respect to props, so some prop could have been used from your side. Otherwise it was a wonderful session, Toastmaster Priyanka. Now we can move to our TTM. Well, kudos to you for taking the role for the first time and having that courage. So you are you're going good, Toastmaster Rajesh. Topics were easy, relatable. Uh, it could have been related to the theme and the props. So just one recommendation. And yes, on the commentation part, you appreciated the speakers when they have completed their speech. Uh, well, one more recommendation I would like to give, that you could have given a good start by explaining the role and giving importance of impromptu speeches, that why does the important impromptu speech are relevant for today's life. And you could have encouraged the word of the day during your introduction. Third part, whenever you call out the topic, so call out Toastmaster Rajesh, honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy, Toastmaster Rajesh. So that's how you can call out the topic to the speaker. And before they start speaking, just try and check their audio and video. So this is the next recommendation. Overall, it was a wonderful topic session. Now we can move to our active listener. Well, active listener Toastmaster Veena, you performed your role very well. You asked very nice questions. Only one recommendation: you could have introduced the importance of listening skills in your introduction. And since it was a prop special meeting, so some props could have been used. Now we can move to our grammarian, Toastmaster Sujay. Toastmaster Sujay, you are improving with each meeting, so wonderful. Visual aid has been used for the evaluation. And just one recommendation, since it was a prop special, so we should inculcate that prop in our speech, in our evaluation, in our introduction. So that was missing. And yes, one more part, word of the day was used by many people, so you should have counted it. So that was another recommendation. And yeah, so this is from the grammarian side. Coming to the counter, well, you explained your role very well, presented the report through Excel, and you could have summarized your report with 2 highlights or with 2 lowlights, because you have a comprehensive report. You could have summarized with 2 or 3 bullet points, who have used least filler words or who have used most filler words, something like that. So, and of course, to reduce the filler words, you could have used the recommendation from your side. So it would have been the cherry on the cake. Now we can move to timer. Toastmaster Nikhil, I must say you are also improving with each meeting. And this time you actually aced the role. You explained the role, presented the report through Word format. And one recommendation, since it was a prop special meeting, some prop could have been used while giving your evaluation or while giving your introduction. That was the miss. So, but no worries. I think I've covered everyone. Yes, so yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you for your wonderful participation. Now, can we have the award section time? Or should we, before that, we can have a feedback from our guests. I can see the feedback. Okay, we have guest Diva. Hi Diva, how did you find the meeting? You are on mute.
Meeting was quite very good, and I enjoyed it a lot. And I have been waiting for it since the whole day, and I was preparing for it, and it turned out to be a great stimulator for me, because Priyanka and the person who was giving the medicinal informative was very good, and I found it quite very informative.
Thank you, Deepa. So is this your first time you attended any Toastmaster meeting?
Yes, today it was the first time.
All right. Okay. Thank you for joining us today. Now we can move to our guest Arjun. Hi Arjun,
Yes.
how did you
Hi.
find the meeting?
It was good.
Okay. So please do join us in the next week too.
Okay, thank you.
And I think we don't have any more guests, but please stay till the end for the briefing. If you have questions about Toastmasters, you want to ask something, so we have our two people from Toastmasters, so they can brief you. So please stay till the end. Now, can we have the awards? Toastmaster Manan, could you please help me?
Yes, TM money. Yes.
All right. So award for best speaker. We can
Guys,
unmute
request you
now
all to
and
go on mute.
we can make guesses.
Jyoti.
Both the speakers have delivered phenomenal speech. I was just awestruck, to be honest. So award for best speaker goes to Toastmaster Jyoti. Huge
Thank you
congratulations.
so much, everyone.
Congratulations.
I wasn't really expecting it, but thank you so much.
All right. Now we can move to next. Award for best evaluator. Any guesses, please? You can unmute yourself and we can give. All right. So award for best evaluator goes to our very own Toastmaster Rita. Huge congratulations to you.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Rita.
Congratulations, Rita.
Thank you
Now
so
we
much.
have. All right. Now we have best auxiliary role player.
TM Veena.
TM
Marush. Marush, good.
Narush.
TM Veena.
Well, award for best auxiliary role player goes to our active listener, Toastmaster Veena.
Thank you.
Many congratulations to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Now we have best table topic speaker. Any guesses, please? No guesses.
Yes,
So award for best table. Yeah, please make some guesses.
Pratyush.
Pratyush, okay. All right, so
Best
award for best
speaker.
table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Veena. So it's a dual celebration for you today.
Double wins for Toastmaster Rita tonight.
I must say, Toastmaster Veena had very interesting questions, of course, because the content of the meeting was equally interesting.
Thank you very much.
Okay, but last but not the least, best role player. Best
Himani.
role player we had.
Today.
Yes, TM Himani.
Priyanka.
TM Himani.
Himani.
Priyanka was
Just
good also.
reconfirm. Let me just reconfirm with the tech master. Okay, so award for best role player goes to Toastmaster Himani. Huge congratulations to me.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone. It was a thank you. It was a wonderful meeting. These kind of meetings should happen every week. So I really loved it personally. I hope all of you have liked it. And let's wrap up the session with our signature slogan. And do we have Deba and guest Arjun? So after reciting the session, you can just stay and we can have the briefing with both of you. All right, so with all the Toastmasters, on count of 3, we can recite our Weave to Lead slogan. 3, 2, 1. In Weave to Lead, leaders don't stop until they are on the top.
On the top.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.